Are you struggling with making network calls in your app? It can be really frustrating when things don't work as expected. Today, we're going to tackle a common issue with Retrofit and RxJava, specifically how to avoid re-executing a network call if it's already in progress. I totally get it. You want your app to be efficient and responsive, but sometimes network calls can get messy. You're not alone in facing this challenge. Many developers encounter similar issues when trying to manage asynchronous calls. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, "How can I ensure that my retrofit call doesn't re-execute if it's already in progress?" They provided some code that mostly works, but has a bug that leads to a null pointer exception. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So what's happening here? The user is trying to use an async subject to manage the network call, but there's a race condition between checking if the async subject is null and returning it. This can lead to a situation where the async subject is cleared before it's returned, causing that pesky null pointer exception. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a more elegant RxJava solution that can help you avoid this issue altogether. To address the user's issue, we will first ensure that the async subject is safely initialized. This prevents any null pointer exceptions during the network call. Next, the user should implement a synchronized block around the initialization of the async subject. This will ensure that only one thread can access this block at a time. After that, the user should modify the subscription logic to ensure that the existing async subject is returned if it is already in progress. This avoids unnecessary network calls. Finally, the user should ensure that the async subject is reset only after the network call has completed. This can be done using the do after terminate operator. Fun fact, did you know that the first network calls were made over dial-up connections? Talk about slow. Thankfully, we've come a long way since then, but managing those calls can still be tricky. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution suggests addressing two main issues: the race condition and the unsafe nullification of the subject. Instead of checking if async subject is null, you can check if the subscription is unsubscribed. This way, you can maintain a single instance of async subject and avoid recreating it unnecessarily. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative solution shared by another user involves using the share operator in RxJava. This approach allows multiple subscribers to share the same ongoing network call, preventing re-execution if the call is already in progress. Here's the elegant solution I promised. By using the share operator, you can easily share the result of the network call among multiple subscribers without worrying about re-executing the call. And there you have it. With these tips, you should be able to manage your retrofit calls more effectively and avoid those frustrating null pointer exceptions. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on coding and development.